Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I thought it would be a lot of fun to dive into the brand Florasis. They are a Chinese brand known for their impeccable, beautiful, just incredibly designed packages. So if you haven't seen, their stuff looks kind of like this, at least the set I have. But yeah, it's just so stunning. So I can't wait to dig into everything, enjoy just how beautiful everything looks, and from the other reviews I've seen online, see how well it performs. So this set that I have right now, they do sell a pared down version of it, but I have the complete impression of Dai. So that comes with like a foundation, with a BB cream, with some eyeshadows, with some face powder. I did notice that the foundation itself isn't quite my shade. I didn't remember being able to pick a shade when I ordered, and when I looked back at my order, I didn't see any color selections. But now if you go to order, you can pick a shade, so you won't have quite the same trouble I had. But I do want to just bring up and mention how beautiful the foundation bottle is. So this is what it looks like. It's just so stunning. And then there is a pump. This is, I think, shade 20, so it ended up being just a little too dark for my skin. So you can see it's not quite right. So that's unfortunate, but you know, I have friends. I'll find someone who can definitely use this. But yeah, it was a touch too dark, but that's okay. It's still absolutely beautiful. There was also a BB cream that came with the set, and also a refill, which was cool. But yeah, the BB cream is a cushion. So it comes in, again, the same gorgeous peacock packaging. And then there's like a little pad for it. And then it opens up just like, you know, general cushion BB foundation, so that's really cool, but it's the same shade. So again, a touch too dark for me. So I won't be trying that like on my whole face today. I did put just some of the Lisa Eldridge foundation. I've been using that a lot lately, so I thought that's a nice base to compare since I've been using it for a while. I feel like I know how it performs. Now the items do ship from China, and I was a little concerned placing an order as to like, is everything gonna show up okay? But everything showed up in these like bubble packages. Look at this thing. So they have, like, you can insert a tube in here to inflate the plastic around the item. So they all showed up very well packaged. So nothing was broken. Everything was in wonderful condition. I saved one item, and it's this little bubble protective wrap. This is the eyeshadow palette. So I haven't quite seen that yet. We'll be looking at that for the first time together. But yeah, I've opened everything up, but it all came in those little bubbles, which was really cool. So I've liberated the eyeshadow palette. Even the box things come in. They're just all so beautiful with the peacock on there. So pretty, just the box, let alone the actual components themselves. And then everything also arrived with a little protective bit over the shiny parts. So you can tear that off. Let me do that real fast. And the jewel on here has the Florasis logo like just underneath it. It's like the level of detail in these items is just extraordinary. So now we can see the eyeshadow. This is also listed as being blush and highlight. So you can see just the incredible detail and the pressed powders. And as you can see, it made the trip totally safely. So that's nice. I know whenever you ship anything, there's always a concern, like, you know, the packages have a rough life on their journey to get to your home, but the way everything was packaged, it all made it, so we're good. And the set also came with some eyeshadow brushes, or I think one of them's a face brush, but it's in this cute little package for travel, or just to keep them. So inside here, there are 3 little eyeshadow brushes. So we have like a nice angled brush, we have a smaller, like more precision brush, and then we have like the larger fluffy blending brush. They're all fairly short, but they have such nice detailing in the metal. So yeah, those are the 3 eyeshadow brushes. And then there were 2 face complexion brushes. They're so cool. They come in these little like I don't know, to help the brush hold its shape. Whoosh. Yeah, so this would be like your powder brush. And then there's a smaller blush brush, same kind of little shape holder on it. So this is a nice angled blush brush. So I'll be using these as much as I can. Oh, I forgot to mention, it also came with like a makeup sponge. And even on the makeup sponge, there's like an embossing of the logo. It's dark, so I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty cute. There's like a nice flat side. So the shape is pretty interesting. A little pointed end to get in there. So I didn't use this today, but you know, we'll have to try it out in the future. Also, of course, it matches the color scheme of being a nice dark turquoise. So I'll start on the eye look. I'm going to go into, I don't know the names on anything. There were more English words than I expected. So as you get the packages, you can tell like what the different things are. We'll go into this matte shade up here, the lighter one. Just kind of, oh, it's so pretty. I hate like brushing into it. Let's see. So we'll use that, just kind of like the all over starter shade. It's really nice. I didn't pick up a whole lot just because I wasn't sure how pigmented it was. And I think it did a nice job. Let me just do like a little bit of a swatch just to kind of get an idea. It's hard because it's so detailed in there to like get like a finger in there to get a swatch. But all right, so we picked a little bit up. The brush gets in there so nicely though to pick up pigment. So you can see it's not super dark, so it's a wonderful starting shade. Really pretty, kind of orangey. All right, I think next I will go into a very similar shade, but this one's more shiny. So it's got like a little bit of glitter on there. So we'll use that a little more on the actual eyelid itself. Add a little sparkle. Yeah, it's definitely more coral and not too shiny. It's really pretty. Try to get a little bit of a swatch of that one too. So yeah, a little darker, just a little bit of shine. So it's nice for like an everyday sort of wear. I wasn't sure how sparkly it would be, if it was like an evening sort of color or just a daytime, but it's very nice, kind of like the foil metallic finish more than it is sparkly. All right, now I will go in with the smaller brush on the darker kind of purple shade right here. And we'll use that to sort of darken the outer corner. All right, I didn't want to go too dark because I'm trying to keep it somewhat daytime, but I think you could definitely build this out and turn it into a nice evening look. Yeah, that was pretty. I think they blended nicely. Okay, I can go back in with the larger brush I started with to do a little more final blending. Okay, I think that's pretty for the eye look. And now I want to go in and try some of the highlighter because it's just the giant middle section of beautiful highlighty goodness. So I'll go into there with, it's the blush brush, but that's fine. I didn't bring a proper highlighter brush in here. So we'll just pick up a little bit. I don't feel like the brush picked up a whole lot. And again, sometimes powders it's a little hard to get them going, you know? So with this being fairly soft, fluffy brush. Try maybe a little with my finger. Oh wow, yeah, it came off with the finger for sure. Oh no, I touched some of that's the trouble. The colors are so close together. I touched some of the purple eyeshadow, now it's on my face. And if you go with your finger, that is quite the highlight. So let me go back with the brush and just try to build it up a little bit. Okay, there, now we definitely have some more. We got some highlight going. Yeah, that's really pretty. It's not too intense, so I feel like this would be a nice going out for the day highlight. Be so careful because all the colors are so close to each other. I would probably use a more precision brush for highlight pickup than what I'm using right now. Yeah, it's subtle, it's pretty. I mean, you can go in with your hand and really put on some more. I think with the brush, it's nice. Okay, so we played around with the eyeshadow palette a little bit. We got a little highlight going. I think it's time to work on the brows. The set did come with an eyebrow pencil and a refill for the pencil, which I thought was interesting. But here is the eyebrow brush. So the ends, very intricate, like feathers of a peacock. And it does say in English, yeah, this is the side with the spoolie. So it says brush. And then this is the side with the actual brow pencil. It just twists up like any normal one. And it seems pretty soft. I want to try to do a swatch real quick. Yeah, that's pretty soft and it's fairly light. It's coming off nicely on the brow hairs themselves instead of like just filling in the skin. So that's a nice surprise. I think they created a nice effect. It's a little softer. So that was cool. Oftentimes with pencils, I feel like they're a little hard. So when you go to, you're basically drawing on, you know, the extra eyebrow, but this was nice and soft and it just coated the brow hairs nicely and did fill in a little bit on the skin. So for what I need a brow product to do, that did the job. So I did get 2 different powders with this set. The first one is a beautiful pressed powder with a peacock on it. If you can tell, it's just so intricate, the pressed powder. So since there are 2 setting powders, one's a loose and then this one is a pressed, I think I might go in with let's just try the pressed one under the eyes just to see how that goes. And we'll use powder brush. Though I did get 2 powder brushes. Let's see what this one looks like. I haven't pulled off its little protective case yet. Okay, so it's similar. It's a little more, you know, pointed tip rather than the more domed shape we have over here. So I think this is, maybe because we're going under the eyes, we'll try going in with this. I do feel like this powder looks a little more brightening than the loose powder, so that's why I want to try this under the eyes. That doesn't look very heavy at all. It's very light, so it's nice under there. I know sometimes you put powder under the eyes and then it can kind of look a little dried up, like all of a sudden you turn into an alligator or something. But so far this is very light, looks nice. It's just fun to pick up powder from something so pretty. So for the loose powder, this one's a little interesting. It's, well, okay. It's a little larger. I wouldn't say much larger, but you actually twist it in order to open it. I thought that was interesting because the other ones, you just open them right up. You don't have to twist it. And then it comes with, you know, the nice little powder puff. And then on the inside, there is like a small piece of fabric covering the mesh. So let me that off. And then there's like a little bit of mesh right here. I'm gonna be very careful about tilting it. So the powder kind of comes up through there, which is nice. I feel like it's a good way to get the powder out without too much of it sort of fluffing all over the place. It's surprisingly effective. Like you just tap it and I feel like you get so much powder to come off. All right, let's try a little of this on the forehead and the chin. I don't feel like I apply powder with a little puff nearly often enough. I think it does a really nice job of blurring when you do it that way, or maybe this powder is just doing a great job of blurring. Either way, it's really pretty. Oh yeah, that had a nice blurring effect, which is nice on the areas with more pores. Nice. All right, let's move on. There's still a few more things to play with. The set did come with a lip balm. It's a nice little gold package with some engraving. So it's fairly simple. I feel like I could keep this in a purse. Some of the other things, well, you'll see the lipstick in a minute. I don't know if that would survive my purse anyway. But it's just a nice clear balm. We'll see. I always need extra hydration, so I can be a little picky about the balms. I think they went on as a nice thin layer, so this would be good if you do plan on putting lipstick on after. Now let's get to this lipstick case. I've never seen anything quite like it. It's very intricately engraved, and there's a little charm that you could clip onto it. And like a little spinner thing, it's just so pretty. And then to open it, there's a little side. It sort of looks like you would put a key in there. But you just have to press it and the lipstick pops out. Be a little careful. Okay. And the engraving on the actual bullet itself. It's so beautiful. So I didn't get to pick the shade. I'm pretty sure this is 9213. Which is really nice. It looks like a lovely wearable shade. I know if you were to order this kit now, you get two choices. So there's a darker one and then there's this lighter one. And even the actual tip of the bullet is so intricately designed. I wonder how this will come off on the actual lips, if I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just, I'm not used to it being designed to this level. Oh, it's like a powder. It feels like when you put it on, it's like I'm rubbing powder on my lips. So yeah, this is like a slightly darker than your lips. Let me put a little bit on the hand. Oops, I think I just ran it into the brow. All right, we'll come over here a little bit more. So you can see, really pretty. Again, a very light powdery finish. So I don't feel like this is meant to be, put on very heavy, especially given the photos on the website. It looks kind of barely there, almost like a blurred lip effect, which you really could do nicely with this powdered product. I just kind of went in because I was not expecting it. Yeah, that's really pretty. And they did give you a liquid lipstick. Well, I didn't give you, we bought it in the set. So let me take this off to go in with the liquid lipstick because I don't think it's gonna go on over it very nicely, considering it's a nice sort of creamy, powdery finish. All right, now this liquid lipstick tube is pretty next level. I mean, it is just beautiful. The turquoise, the gold. And this is quite the dark shade. So we'll see, it's like a sort of dark raspberry red. I'm excited to try this out. All right. Let's do a real quick hand swatch. Ooh, pretty. It feels really comfortable. I know it's drying down kind of matte looking, but it actually feels really nice. Like maybe I could have used a little lip liner to keep it inside the lines. It's always a challenge with liquid lipstick. The color itself is really pretty. And it's drying down really quickly. That was so much fun. I really loved trying all the different items in the kit. I think I loved some of those eyeshadow shades. They blended nicely. Can't wait to play around with those a little bit more. And the loose powder itself was also really pretty. So I'm looking forward to trying out the powders some more. And the only other item that I didn't mention is the makeup removal. So it came with some makeup remover wipes, little single serve, nice for travel. Obviously I'm not gonna try that. I just went to all this work. I'm not gonna immediately wipe it all off. But I'll let you guys know, how these were on the various socials. So be sure to follow me on either Instagram or keep an eye out for YouTube shorts. This was a lot of fun diving in. I've never tried anything from this brand before, and it's just so nice to pick up something so beautiful to do the makeup. It's just like a little extra brightening kind of fun thing for your day. You sort of look at it like, oh, it's so pretty. I don't know. I enjoy little things like that. Hopefully you do too. If you had a good time, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for some more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.